This movie was, for a long time, I haven't seen a movie where someone just continued to fight for something, that they believed in, even when it was not about them per se anymore. They just kind of kept fighting for what was right. So I guess when you look down at the character, especially of Terry, where did you pull that from, Aaron? I guess to kind of keep going for something that someone believed in so strongly.
That's a really nuanced question, and I appreciate it. I think for me, something I strive for in any role that I'm gifted the opportunity to engage with is I strive to always be learning and growing and evolving right until the final scene, right? And I think for me, that's something that I was continuously discovering, something that I was continuously uncovering while we were filming. Personally, I've had countless life experiences, personal life experiences, um, where I've had to exercise patience, I've had to exercise wherewithal, uh, durability, endurance. Um, and at times when I just wanted to stop, give up, and get into bed. So I think I just really pulled on those in an effort to bring as much authenticity to Terry as I could. Terry Richmond himself embodies qualities that, I aspire to, quite honestly. Um, but I did my best to draw from my own personal life experience to bring that character to life. Yeah.
And Anna Sophia, it's the same for you. Summer's character, she, was an ally in an unexpected place, very unexpected. And then her fight was very much the same to where she was very vocal, I need this job, and was for, her own reasons. And even if so, taken out of her grasp, what was that like, I guess, to kind of find that strength to where even if at the end it was just something she might not get back, but she just can kind of continue that fight?
I think this this script, I didn't know that I needed this script. I think as an actor and more importantly just as a person, I think the time that it came into my life in the larger context of the world, um, and just finding characters who, like you said, keep going for what is right despite the chaos around them. And so for me, seeing this character who Jeremy writes every person, they're so real, they're so nuanced. Even the Sandy Byrne character,
Mhm.
they're making these choices because they think it's right. They believe, it's right. Nobody's just evil. They're operating this way. And it's Summer's realization that she could keep going or she could look up and realize the consequences of what it means to keep going down that path and only taking care of your own skin, you know? And I think for me, that is the way that I want to live my life. Those are the projects that I want to be involved in as a creative that are inspiring. They're entertaining. This movie is so much fun to watch. It's a sweaty, hot,
Mhm.
messy ride. But at the end of the day, you're also watching people make these real decisions that have real consequences and leaving going, I hope that I'm come out stronger than when I was watching this movie. And I felt that way in the process of reading the script of like, if Summer can do it, if Terry can do it, if they're putting their lives on the line, I can do it in small situations. And I think what's important about this film that Jeremy highlights is even an assistant court clerk, even somebody who doesn't think they matter that much, when they are an ally, when they stand up for something that's right, there is a whole domino effect that occurs. And I think that that is a really important thing to walk out of this movie with, is that you as an individual choosing to do the right thing and seeing somebody in pain and stopping it makes a difference. That is enough.
Well, you both did an amazing job of depicting, perseverance and unexpected or places where no prevail is made easy. So thank you so much for the job that you did on screen. It was a pleasure to watch and can't wait for everybody else to see it. Greatly
Thank
appreciate
Thank
it.
you
you.
so much.
Now, Don, we have seen you in every possible, I guess, aspect of being on the side of law enforcement, whether it was Sunny in Miami Voss to Chief Sandy with Rebel Ridge now. How do you, I guess, hold your own in these multifaceted roles of, each side of law enforcement, whether it's good or, not so good on the corruption side?
Yeah. That's what attracted me to this part was the morality, the corruption, the violence, and the fact that the storytelling is so sophisticated and interesting. Not sophisticated that you can't follow it, sophisticated in that it's multi-layered. And it starts out to be one thing, and then it just morphs right in front of your eyes to become something else. And then it becomes another POV, and then it comes back and picks up the first concept. And then, and it kind of rolls in an unusual way that you rarely see. And if a director is good enough, like Jeremy Saulnier, who can pull it off, it is so satisfying.
Now, you started off as a young actor too, and we see you working with someone like Aaron. What was it like kind of seeing someone at that brink of, coming into themselves to where they're in these roles that can kind of catapult their career at that time that you did as well?
I do this with all the actors I work with. A lot of them appreciate it, some don't, I guess, but most do, is that I just tell them what I know. I just say, let me tell you what I've learned, and then you can pick and choose about what you want to do out of it. I try to stay out of the world of lecturing or teaching or any of that nonsense. I kind of assume that it's I'm sort of the parent figure now, and I learned as a parent because I got bunches of kids. Not Nick Cannon world, but but I'm not trying to make an industry out of it. It just happened. What were we saying? So I kind of figure that kids model. They hear about 10 or 15% of what you say. They watch 100% of what you do.
Yeah.
You lie on the phone to get out of going to a dinner thing or, an event or something like that. That's what you're going to get. And so I kind of feel that way as an actor too. They're just going to model. They're going to watch me and they're going to learn something. And if they ask me, I'm happy to talk them through it.
Now, seeing someone that does have such an extensive career, how do you go about, picking these roles? Like you said, this was a movie that was easy to follow, but we haven't seen a film, I would say, kind of in this realm, almost since like The Equalizer, to where you had someone that fought for the good of something that wasn't so much connected to him anymore after a while,
Yeah.
So how do you go about picking these roles where you have a part to where you might not be so much the good guy in it, but it has depth to it, but it's going to be easy to follow for, the audience?
Yeah. I'm mindful about how the character is drawn. And if the writer, or in this case, the writer-director has really thought this character through on what were the conditions and environment that brought him here? Because basically that's what it is. It's about DNA, conditions, and environment. And then you find yourself in a spot that is part of your journey and stuff like that. So I look for very human stuff, flaws. I look for human flaws. I don't look for the hero. I look for the hero with a flaw. I look for the villain with the humanity in him. And those are the things that interests me, number one, and number two, I think they're the things that are so satisfying for people to watch, because there's an authenticity when you find those things and you have the ability to bring them together and exhibit them.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. It was such a pleasure seeing you on the screen, and no matter what side of the law you're on, it's great watching you, Don. I appreciate it so much. You have
Oh,
a great
Artie,
week.
you're
Thank you.
awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.